Just gonna. Hello, everybody. Last set of the night. I have to bust out my 16 because her nail's so wide. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. I'm saying good morning. Holy cow. Can you tell now Dad needs to go home?
The day is over.
I'm already screaming. Do you ever have any problem with chisel staining? No, I don't have any problem with chisel staining the nail bed. I actually never even had a problem with any color correct chisel in the nail bed. If you ever had acrylic accidentally staining, it could be when you're soaking off or something like that, Tommy, and like the pigment of the acrylic goes into the monomer and it stains their nail. So I've never actually had any issues with. So I'm actually using my 16 this time. Okay. Dang, I miss picking up. I miss picking up these monster high speeds.
You've been doing little nails.
No, I've been using my 10 brush, but it was still good. The 16 gave me so much more coverage, but her nails are so much wider. So
Dang, John, I miss you laying that acrylic on my nails.
Really? You see that, guys? Even the clients miss the application. This is why I stress application so much. Clients appreciate the application, y'all. That's just the truth of the matter, the fact, okay? My clients love it when I get that nice, flawless application. That's literally what they're paying for.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no, I've preached it over and over, time and time again. Even my clients know it. Even my clients know it. See, Taylor gone and broke her nail.
Yeah, she put some blood too.
No, I told her she can't come back until it heals.
That's what she gets for fighting.
Oh my god, I feel like a noob with the 16 right now. I gotta get back into it. Oh, there's glitter in here. My last set. Ooh, I can't use this brush. There's glitter inside the brush. I gotta clean it more. Switch to the other 16.
So what is 16 the biggest?
Yep, 16 is the biggest size I have. I honestly don't think you need to go any bigger than 16, to be honest. I think bigger is just outrageous. Not outrageous, but I'm not used to using it, so that's just me. A little thick on the cuticle area, but I'll draw that out a little bit. Let's get back into it. How you guys doing today? The chisel set fast. It's not based off on the powder. It's based off on the monomer mainly. So depending on your monomer. My monomer I'm using right now is from me. Is a medium setting. So I like my powder to set a little bit more medium. Man, let's see if I can do a one bead. Been so long. Let's go. Okay, still got it. Still got it. Hey, that's what's up. Like riding a bike, y'all. I'm just gonna put up an apex speed. That's gonna be a taper set, and I'm gonna do a white French. Fix my apex speed. Is it crazy that I feel like a noob with the 16 right now? I need to up my ratio. I'm so used to my ratio with my 10, so I gotta make that adjustment. Make sure you get that nice and shaped. Thank you for the stars. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Tamika. So I really gotta increase my ratio because the bigger brush, let's get a bigger bead, and boom. It's a big booger. Trick to one beading is make sure that you get the cuticle areas flush because gravity will take care of the powder. You gotta start moving the powder down the nail. It's efficient, it's quicker, but definitely I still go back up for my apex speed too. Her nails is a lot wider than most, so definitely it may not seem like a lot of powder because it's short length, but it's actually a lot. This is my apex speed. Make sure I keep it there. When I'm ready to move it, I'll move it. I'll blend it into the rest of the nail. Give me that apex. Blend up to the top. And as it dries, I'm able to work it through. My studio is a little warm right now, so the powder is drying a little bit quicker than usual, so I just gotta work a little bit faster. I turned off the AC earlier because it was just getting too cold. Shape my brush. There you guys go. See? Ooh, baby! Thank you, Desiree. So you guys see how one beading works? Sometimes you one bead, but you usually have to still go back up and put on apex speed. So when I put my one bead, first thing I want to do is make sure that the cuticle is nice and flush. Bring in the sides. Tip my client's nails down because I have to worry about moving the powder through the nail because um, gravity will do that for me. And I have minimal time to have to know when to start moving my powder. This one I actually perfected, so I left a lot of powder up there for the apex, so. And if you can't do this yet, two beading is definitely the way to go. It doesn't matter as long as you get it done, right? One beading is just a test of like your ability to control powder and all that. Definitely a good flex to have. Like I can one bead, you know? Nah. You don't always have to do one beading all the time, you know? Every situation is going to be is a one bead situation. Sometimes you have extendo nails or like you're not going to be able to one bead that. I don't care who you are. Well, you can. I mean, I've done it before, but it's just not efficient in my book. Two beading, building better structure. Even though I one bead, I still go back and make sure that I have good structure in my nails. Keep my shape nice and crisp. This is chisel. This one's a big thumb, so I'm not going to one bead this. Chisel 173, I believe. I do miss having a big brush to be able to caress the powder like that. Just fold it in. When I'm ready to bring it out, I can bring it out. My second bead. See, this process is the same way as doing a two bead, to be honest with you. Just you're breaking it down in two steps. And I feel like you have more control of the powder. You're less panicky, you know. So it's definitely a good way to learn. Plus, it also gives you good practice on your ombres. Later on, when you have to do ombre, just like that. Get that shape in early, y'all. There you go. This application at its best. Application. Oh, I think I have a little spot here. I can put a little crick on there. Must work for me later. Check your side profiles, everybody. That's it. All the work, just put it in your application. You have to do less work later. Work harder. Love this. Love this, and it's been. Oh, thank you. Do you do free time? Most of your clients pick. Sometimes they pick, or sometimes I just do whatever I want. But I kind of give them what they want too. Honestly, truly, my clients don't even know what the hell they want. To be honest with you, most of the time they come in, they don't even know what they want. It's not my fault.
I love that black matte black with the red roses.
Oh yeah.
Did she want that?
Who?
The client.
No, I did that.
Yeah, that was fire.
Most of my clients have turned into.
I don't even know how that red showed up like that. It was like vibrant.
That's the secret. That's what we teach during class. Huh? You know, it's burning because you have so much acrylic on there trying to dry.
That's good now. What's going on?
Yeah. My clients have stopped coming with requests. So whenever I freestyle, it looks better than what they wanted. So they're like, you know what, whatever. My clients appreciate my application, though. That's the one thing. When you educate your clients on the ins and outs of nails, they'll appreciate it a lot more. They appreciate your work, your time, your technique, your dedication, and they won't complain about the price, right?
I never complain.
Exactly. So you complain about the price, you get left on red.
You can be quiet.
Hmm?
You can be quiet.
No, not on purpose. I threaten them though, and they get scared.
Like, well, I'm
I
gonna
be
my
threatening
hand up.
Taylor. I'm like, Taylor, if you,
Taylor's Taylor.
I said, Taylor, if you don't get your ass to this, if you don't stop breaking, she too rough on her nails, man.
I really think it's because they're curved. She like them curved.
Yeah, because the curve. Maybe I'll switch her over.
Please. Just do it without her even knowing.
And maybe next time she comes in, I'm gonna switch her over to straight nails.
I'm trying to tell her. She be liking my nails too. Like, they are.
Yeah, she be saying that. Oh, I love it, but I like it curved. Like, this is all you've been getting. Boy, do I miss the 16. You know, I probably had a hard time working on your nails. It was the 10, to be honest. It's just your nail bed is too wide. I need that big booger of a bead. Yeah, see how I only focus on what I need to do? Yeah, the powder's gonna drip down the nail. I'm gonna need to go down there anyways. I'm gonna make sure it doesn't go to the side. That's it. But my main focus is getting the cuticles when I do my one bead, because that's where it's gonna dry up the fastest. Down here, I have plenty of time to work with it. Once I got like the cuticle area all settled, I'll be able to work the powder downward. I need to flush my cuticles first. And if I mess up, I can always add more powder here. I can't mess up there. Adding more powder in the cuticle area is a lot more work than adding more powder down to the base of the nail. So I always prioritize certain areas. I always time it. I know exactly how much time I have to work on a certain spot, so I make sure I get it done and get to the nail. Because this is a medium setting monomer, okay? It dries a little bit quicker, so I like it that way. For a lot of you guys that require maybe a slow setter, you have more time. But that also means it's going to be more runny. So, it's going to run down the nail a lot quicker. So you might have more time to work with the powder, but you might have less control of the powder. We got the shapes already there. Okay, with the try monomer, yes, I'm gonna try to get it done by this month. And then I might bring it to my Philly and Boston class. If it's done by this month, it should be.
Philly and Boston, that sounds lit.
I'm going to teach, not going to party.
I know it still sounds lit.
we do a little partying though.
Like, that's so far away.
Girl, I went to Cali to teach a class.
You think that's farther than like up there? Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
That's like
That's across the country, girl. You would fail that. Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader show?
I definitely would.
Is Philadelphia farther from Florida or California?
Philly by New York. So
that's
we say
2
New York
hours.
is farther than.
No, going north to south is a lot shorter than going west to east. Okay. Thank God you're never on that show. You would fail fifth grade geology.
Never learned it. No, I would never learn that. No, that's not fair though, because fifth graders they sitting there learning that right now. Like, of course they gonna remember it.
Yeah, I think some of those questions are unfair.
That is unfair.
I can't remember the things I learned in high school, let alone fifth grade.
No fifth graders, they be ready too. Like, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just had a test last week.
No, these fifth graders they have on the show, they're freaking geniuses or some shit. They're not regular fifth graders. Get a regular fifth grader, all he knows about is Fortnite and shit.
Right.
Yeah, those kids are not regular fifth graders, that's for sure. They be making people look
I was
stupid
just
though.
about to say that. And they're making people look so stupid.
Yeah, with these like genius kids. Okay, application done. Feather through your brush. No acrylic buildup.
It's the whole process for me.
Reform your brush and you're good. And once again, that was Chisel 173. And yeah, see? Look how pretty that looks already. Not shaping or anything. So now I just go through shape real quick. I'm just use my 100 grit file. And my advice for shaping is don't overshape. Do what you need. The key is to sharpen up the shape, not make the shape, okay? If you got a shape to make the shape, then your application needs more work. That's just me, a friendly advice. Don't just say, oh, okay, I can let it overflow and I can do this and that. And then, because I'm going to shape it later, Don't do that, please. That's just making more work for yourself. Your shaping is just to crisp up what you already have with the tips in your application. And you get a nice taper like that. My application fast, thank you. This is why, because this is how you cut down your time doing the sets from 3 hours to under 1 hour. Application is the most important. I promise you guys. I will not preach it every day. And there you guys go. Just that fast, that quick. Within less than a few minutes, you get the shape the way you want, just based on your application. Not too much work at all, okay? There's really no secret behind shaping other than that, to be honest with you. Um, I don't know any tutorial or anything that can really help other than the fact that it is based off of your application. The better your application is, you literally just don't even have to shape at all. You're just running the file through, getting rid of any extras, crisping up the shape. Thank you. How long have I been doing nails? I've been doing nails 13 years. I keep saying 13 years,
That's so crazy.
but at some point it's got to go up, right? I've been saying the 13 years for a whole year and a half now, 2 years. Let's just say over 10 years, you just lose track. See why you perfected, that's why. No. I mean, there's nothing to perfect. I mean, yes, I do. This technique I'm doing is the same thing I've done over and over and over and over. So, I mean, back when I started doing nails, we really didn't have all this other extra stuff. So all we did was acrylic and regular polish every day. So it was a lot of application work, you know? A lot of my students perfect this like within years. You have to understand, 10 years ago, we didn't have social media. We didn't have live videos. We did everything like just based on what we know or someone showed us. So a nail tech now will have so much access, so much resources that they can grow so much faster than I do. 13 years is a number of that I've been doing nails. Doesn't mean like, I mean, I didn't jump into an acrylic right away. I spent like a good 2-3 years, practicing and doing pedicure, manicures. You don't jump into an acrylic right away. But yes, my time does give me the experience. But the technique is very, very rudimentary, very basic. There's nothing special. That's why I want nail techs to understand, like, there's nothing about the technique that you can't learn or it's too hard, as long as you know the right way to do it and just practice with it. It doesn't really take you that long to get it down as long as you're consistent. And once you start doing it and you start working, every day you're working, you're going to consistently get better and better and better. Add to your timing. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the cuticle work. Fairly easy. Just going to clean out my cuticle area. Now I'm using a small, sharp bit here. This bit was from my beginner bit kit. I think only 50 people got this bit. So I might bring this bit back. This bit's actually fun, but no, I think I'm not, because the 5-in-1 bit is definitely enough. I might, because maybe some people really like this bit and they want to use it. I'm going to clean out the cuticle area. Let's get it nice and blend. I'm not too worried about this. I'm going to go worry about my cuticle first. And once I'm done with my cuticles, I'm going to use the hand file as a hand file. Since I don't have my 5-in-1 bit, one of my students has it. I think they accidentally took it home with them. I hope so. I hope it's an accident. It's okay. You see the bulge right here? I'm going to take it down a little bit more, because I want the acrylic to slope forward, not bulge at the cuticle area, okay? So earlier, remember when I said that I had too much acrylic there and I'll take care of it with my drilling? That's what I'm doing now. So yes, if your application is a little flawed, you definitely can use the drill to make up for it. That does not mean you're going to be using your drill all the time, okay? I try to eliminate this as much as possible. That's why it's so important that we do good application. Look at the extra time I'm wasting doing this. Not wasting, but what I'm using to do this when if I would have just done a little bit better with my application, which is a mistake on my end. So now you see how it slopes out more? Instead of just bulging there. That's what I'm looking for. A lot of these nails already have that. So I just gotta go around the cuticle area. Flush it down. So there's no lifts. Thank you, Marie. Bring back your brushes? I never took them away, guys. It's just out of stock. They're coming, I promise. I'm sorry. Don't worry, they're coming back. They're never gone. They're just out of stock, that's all. Okay, clean out the cuticle area. Make sure it's nice and flush. And just very simple process. Just rinse and repeat over and over again. Nothing special about it. This process of the nail, the foundation, the cuticle work, all that stuff is very rudimentary, very basic fundamentals. Nothing special, just simple repetition over and over and over. And eventually you just build up that muscle memory. So whenever you do a full set, you're just going to go through this process every time. It makes it easier and easier and easier every time. Okay? I promise you. It gets easier. I promise. I promise. It does. It does. Which way is your brush spinning? You mean my drill? I am right-handed, so it spins forward. If you're left-handed, you'll be doing it in reverse. That's how drill works. If you go where you're right-handed, you're gonna be in forward. If you're left-handed, you're gonna be in reverse. You don't get a choice as a matter, or you do, based off on you're right-handed or left-handed. So when you're right-handed, you're working right to left, so you need a forward motion. Left-handed, working left to right. So it has to change. There's friction. Mm-hmm. Your left hand, so definitely yours is going to be in reverse. You won't be able to do drill work in the forward mode. You're welcome. You are very welcome. Making sure I take care of the cuticle area because later when I do a hand file, I don't have time for that. Yeah, lefty also. Thank you. Oh, that's right. You have a supporter badge. Nice. Thank you. I need to know what that is. I'm gonna look into it later. I think supporters get something special. Something. I think they allow to have supporters have special access to certain content that I deem. So I may have to start doing that. That's more work for me. You see what I'm doing? I'm moving her hand where I need it to go. I'm not going to force myself to be in a position where I'm not comfortable. So her hand moves where I need it to move so that I can get my job done. If your client's very stiff, you got to tell them to relax. Just remind them that this is a drill and it's a sharp bit and it will cut you if you're too tense and I can't work. And you'll get lifts if I can't get into those cuticle areas. Now, if they don't relax after that, I don't know what to tell you. Time to throw the whole client away. Throw the whole client away. There you go. Just a little bit of drill work there. Ooh, look at that. You know what satisfying feeling when you get to the cuticle area and it's just like so flush. Flushy, flushy. Mm-hmm. So I go a circular motion around the cuticle area, especially in this corner here. I know a lot of you guys have issues. So make sure you move the client's fingers. Also reposition your finger, okay? Reposition your drill bit. Make sure you never lose sight of your drill bit. The moment you lose sight of your drill bit, that's the moment you're going to cut the client, okay? So work slowly, if you have to in the beginning, until you have that muscle memory down. And I guarantee you, eventually you'll be able to knock out these cuticle work like nothing. Your clients ain't going to get no lifts. Nails going to last a long time. You're going to get a lot of returning, repeating clients. Make that money. You're like, thanks, nail dad. Bills get paid at the end of the day. Everybody benefits. Doesn't matter how well you do the nails, it's going to lift or break Clients are gonna like that. Okay, so I did all my cuticle work done. I'm doing some hand filing right now because of the cuts. What's up from Atlanta, Georgia? So I'm gonna use a very worn out hand filer, and I'm just gonna hand file. I can use a drill for this, but since the application is very smooth, I really don't have to do that much work. My hand filing should be enough. And sometimes use a more worn out one so that it doesn't hurt your client. Just like that. You guys see circular motion, hand filing. Later I'm going to go through with another 88, 100, 180, and then a nice buff. And I'm good. Nothing too hard. Circular motion using the flat end of my emery board, my hand filer, get the most coverage. It's actually pretty convenient, to be honest with you. I don't have to go near the cuticle area because I already did that with my cuticle bit. So any like imperfection you have, this hand file will take care of, depending on how you use it. Definitely a great technique to have. Just in case your drill bit gets dropped and fallen, or your drill's out of battery or it's just broken and you got a client in front of you, you gotta definitely know how to finish off, right? So hand filing technique will have to come in to play. You can't get your drill fast enough, but you got clients tomorrow. Just make sure that you do your applications nice and good, and get by with a little bit of hand filing. Not really that hard. Being humble and being Texas, you're so humble. Oh, thank you, Desiree. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be. I got 5 years tops, guys, as a nail tech before I move on to my next stage. So make sure I pass down as much as I can so that the next generation of nail techs come in strong, And you guys will help other people because you guys had someone that helped you. I want to think of it as like passing down a legacy or some sort. Hey, Nail Dad helped me when I needed help. I'm gonna help someone else. I think that's a good legacy to have, be known for when you're done with the nail industry, What do you want to leave behind, guys? By yourself. People remember. Of course, not everything is going to be positive, but you try to have as much positive things as possible, right? many clients did I do a day? Before I used to live stream, I used to do like 13 to 15 clients a day. I started doing live streams. Even when I started doing live streams, I still was knocking out 9 clients a day. But since I'm traveling and stuff and teaching and stuff, I calm down a little bit. I don't do every nail client. I don't do long nails, and a lot of my clients I've transferred down to a lot of my staff. So I do about 3 to 5 a day. It gives me time to chill, do what I need to do. But my days of knocking out 15 clients, it's probably long gone. I don't got the stamina for that anymore. I used to live back then. You guys remember? I used to live from 9:30 a.m. all the way to like 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night sometimes. And you all would still be here watching. Oh my God. I still remember those days. You guys remember those days? That was crazy. I had people just been in my life all day with me, and I was like, did she even get lunch? Like, yeah, I had lunch while I watched you. I washed my dishes while I watched you on the TV. I cooked dinner while I watched you on the TV. I'm in the car with my family right now while watching you. It's crazy. Like, the supporters are just so, back then I used to have like thousands of people before I moved to this page. On my personal page. I used to have like thousands of people watch every time. But then my page got hacked a little bit, and then, of course, we had like a little bit of a spam issue where Facebook was censoring me a little bit, won't let me go live. But that's why I moved to this page, so I was able to save all my lives here for you guys, for all the fans and supporters to have access to it. Because if I do have my personal page, you have to like go through my whole page feed to find stuff, and yeah, now you don't have to do that. There's like a video playlist, all my old lives you can rewatch and enjoy. So now I'm going to go back through with the 100 by 100, 100, 180. This is a softer one, less grittier, so it'll smooth out a little bit. Same technique, circular motion. It's Saturday, huh, guys?
Looks like a sleepy Saturday.
Sleepy Saturday?
Mm-hmm. The weather is...
Yeah, it's raining here. Just like that, guys. I'm going to do final buffing with a buffer black. I'm going to go right into the art and design, okay? Well, I'm actually going to paint a high edge French, that's it. So lastly, I'm going to clean up underneath any excess. Give myself that C curve look. Sometimes you have excess powder under there. So when you pinch off that acrylic, you're just going to clean that out. Nice buffer black to finish off. Okay. You see? Hand file. Everything done. Wash your hands. Mm-hmm. Now it's gonna draw. I'm gonna do a white French, a high French, oval French on her nail. I'm gonna use my white, pigmented white here. Also my, I just had it. Where is it at? Now Dad, known for just losing shit. I'm gonna use my flat brush and also my striper brush. Do you ever prefer to do French with paint? I do prefer to do French with the paint because honestly I don't like to have it all. I don't like to work with white acrylic unless I have to. And this gives her the ability to come back, get a fill, and redesign instead of. Thank you so much, Tashika. Um, thank you, Desiree. The stars. Thank you, Jennifer Chavez. So the reason why, if you can do it with paint, do it with paint, guys, because if you do it with white powder, they're committed to that. She can't change that, you know, and then you're stuck with it. This, she can come back. I can drill it off. I can redesign on top of it, a different design, do a refill. And I think it's just, I like it. First thing I'm going to do is, what I do now is I would get my flat brush, go up there and I'll paint it in. This is my pigment paint, so I can get it nice and pigmented without having to worry about it being too thick on the nail. I can go back through as many times as I need. Make sure it's nice and thick. I can finish off with my liner brush, striper brush. Yes, it may seem like a little bit more work, but honestly, I prefer this method over cutting the powder. It's too much commitment. A lot of clients don't want to be stuck with French all the time. That shit, and you have to cover it up. This gives you the ability to drill it out. Just like a high oval French. Okay, see? So I can do that same method over and over with everything else. No, if I need to go back up there and polish this, and just use my flat brush, go up there, polish, drag the polish through. As you can see, I don't lose any of the shape when I do it because the pigment paint is so pigmented. I won't lose any of the shape. If you just use regular gel polish, it's gonna bulge in the corners. You're gonna lose your shape. That's why I prefer pigment paint over any day. I know everybody's like, I lose my shape. That's me now, Dad. You're talking about me. Yeah, I know. Just gonna go through and paint all these, and I'm gonna worry about finishing touches later. Honestly, if you do this in steps, actually, it's pretty quick. I don't like fiddling with the white powder while I'm doing my application and drilling all that bulk off. You guys know what I'm talking about. Done that before, okay? I spent my time doing that during the pink and white days. I'm not a big fan of powder cutting in this stage of my career. Yes, I can do this with a liner brush too, but it will take me forever. So I might as well do what I can with the paint with my flat ombre brush, which picks up the pigment paint very good. The key is to keep my shape, but also have it very pigmented. So I'm not using 2 layers of white. I'm using 1 layer of white. You see, shape's still there. Everything's still pigmented. And just really just, it may look complicated, but just a few steps. Make that nice French. Take your time here. Don't try to rush it. If you have to use regular Lego products, just go through and clean out the sides. Plenty of polish over here for me to play with. And there you go. You're done. Nice, even oval French. It's like a deep French. They call it oval French. And go in. Same thing with this side. If you want, you can put some matte top coat on here before you do this. Be a nice, smoother surface for you to work with. Which I should have done, but good job, Captain Hindsight. I'm already finished, though. Okay, I can work with this. Just trying out the outline of where I'm going to paste it. Make sure everything's nice and symmetric. I always work with symmetry when it comes to French and any design. It has to be equal portion and symmetry. This part you can't rush. Makes everything else easier, though. How long has it been since I heard that song? Despacito. That shit used to be like on all day on the radio. It used to drive me nuts. That had to be that song probably got.
Yeah, this song.
Yeah,
Oh
Despacito.
my
Was that last summer? Oh my goodness. You couldn't play that song enough.
God. I'm not just doing in Puerto Rico. We went to Puerto Rico. Just too bad for you. No, he made mine off this song.
I'm glad the song died. It was just overplayed. Like Bruno Mars, every time a Bruno Mars song comes out, it gets played to shit. It gets played so much, Bruno Mars probably like, whoa, y'all need to calm down. Tired of hearing my own voice and when I go in the car. The one song that Justin Bieber couldn't sing, couldn't remember the lyrics to. He doesn't even speak Spanish. I remember there was a video of him singing this live and he didn't know the lyrics because he could. That was so embarrassing. You love Justin Bieber?
He's so cool.
I don't know, man. He seems like one of those misunderstood kids that can be a dick to you because you had a.
Really, you think so? I think he's probably so nice.
I don't know about that. I could be wrong. I can't remember the last time I did Justin's nails. I think Justin Bieber seems like the type that doesn't tip. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like he kind of like a lucky ass.
Yeah, like the type that doesn't tip. Like, if he just nails down him, like, okay, thanks, here's the money, and then you're like, wow, no tip, asshole.
Even though I'm filthy rich.
Yeah. I think he comes off nice because he's Canadian. Definitely
Like
not,
Drake.
but definitely not a tipper.
Drake probably tipped $1,000. He's so just extra. Drake is like a what they call him? Like a pick me.
A what?
Like a they call it like a pick me. Like he want to be liked so bad.
Oh yeah,
So he go the extra mile.
like when he's like a groupie with like sports teams and stuff,
Right.
like all up on the jockstrap every game.
Sponsoring them and shit.
Yeah. I don't know why we hating. We wish we could be there. Fucking nail tech sitting here. Nail tech and some random ass man hating on Justin Bieber. I'd give anything for Justin Bieber to buy my feet pics.
You probably do like a weird thing.
You think Justin Bieber buy feet pics?
Let them celebrities be so they be having different secret shit going on. They
Justin
think if
Bieber
they
low
got
key.
money, like nobody will find out. You probably do.
Yeah. So now we just top it off or mat it off. Matte top, shiny.
I don't know.
You want matte?
I don't know, dude. No, do it shiny.
Don't say it don't matter. Lying ass. It does matter. All right, y'all. Last set of the night. Try to put this top coat on nice and thin also. Oh, I've got one thing. When you're using like no cleanse gel, like this one, I forgot. This is a shine gel. So you want to mat it real quick, and then top coat on top of the mat, so the top coat doesn't get wrinkled. If you guys ever have issues with polish wrinkling, it's because it's too smooth. The top of it is too smooth. That's why it's wrinkling. Um, a little bit of hack for you guys. Certain gels like this one it dries like really smooth, so sometimes top coat will start to curl up. So a nice matte is the complete opposite because the matte is a little bit more matted. Let's see what this will look like matted though.
Hardly fire. I love that.
So it's very thin, okay guys? So whenever we're polishing, we try to do it thin as possible so we keep our shape as much as possible. Thicker does not mean better, okay? You want nice thin, 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 thin. Ooh. Yo, the matte is nice. You sure you want it? Shiny?
Yeah, everyone has
Now we'll put a top coat on. It won't have that wrinkle effect. Mm. Do you have any gel polish or wrinkles? That's the way to do it. Put a matte on first, then put your top coat on top of the matte. Make it thin. Don't lose your shape. And there you guys go. Thank you guys for joining me. My last set of the night, and it's just a nice classic French with gel. And probably in the future, I would probably use like a regular gel polish in my gel paint. This gel paint is mainly for artwork and line work. So, but the thing is, regular gel polish, I'm gonna lose my shape because I have to do 2 coats. I don't have that coverage like this paint is. You see that? I did 1 coat of this, and look at that coverage. You know, that's what I want because I don't want to lose the shape. So yeah, I guess you just gotta compromise. When we're done. Hmm. Here you go. It's nice oval high French. And you can put like gold trimming around that French also if you wanted. A lot of things you can do with this French, you know. Outline it with some gold, silver, variety of things. See that? Looks nice, right? Nice and even. Here goes nice and flush. Lift where? That's ugly, I'm sorry. You don't have to. See that? We get people all the time. So this is like a French. This is taper. Yes, definitely go in. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Meeks. So you see what I did earlier was I drew downward to the middle first. That gives me a point that I can do both sides. That's one way to make sure that all the French are even. You just got to set up some guidelines, some points, okay? Nope, I don't cap the free edge because I'm gonna lose my shape. I just don't cap free edges. Um, it doesn't really people don't really see that free edge. So there you guys go. Thank you so much. Capping the free edge will make you lose the shape a lot. Okay. Yeesh, dang, that's actually sharp. How can somebody say that's ugly? What a hater. Just kidding. I have people that come in here just to.
Somebody says that's
Yeah, she's like, that's ugly. I'm like, you talking about my client or the nails? You talking about the nails? I'm offended. You talking about my client? I don't know. Not my problem. It's funny. People like you when you gonna lie. People put the rain on those things. The Shonda Lazelle. She must not like pink and whites. Classic lip. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Maybe I'll do a Q&A tonight. Okay.